السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. الحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah, today we are continuing from where we stopped in the previous lesson. And as you can remember, we were looking at a summary of the adad and then the ma'dud. We were looking at, in general, all the rules revolving around the adad and then the ma'dud, is conjugation. And so we stop at this particular point. So we are just picking up from that point. So without wasting much time, let's just continue. Where we reach at 100. We look at 100, and then we're continuing from just 100. And so we're looking at, if you have, let's say, maybe 101, 102, 103, how do you see it? How do you conjugate it in Arabic? So we look at the rules, and so we are picking up here. So this one is 104, as you can see, starting from 104. And all the hundreds, like we have said previously, the 100 is mi'atun. So it is mudaf wa mudaf ilay. We have said this. So you just say yani mi'atu talibin, you see 100 students, and it doesn't distinguish whether it is masculine or feminine. You use mi'atu talibin or mi'atu talibatin, like we have saw here. Okay, mi'atu talibin or mi'atu talibatin. But the thing now is when something is attached to it. If you have in another number like 101, 102, how do you see it? So, like I said previously, there was a simple way I prefer to do it, and that is just, and it's a simple way, and that is just to say mi'atu. Assuming we have 101, you say mi'atu talibin wa wahidatun. Very simple. Okay. And then here, if you have 102, so you can say mi'atu talibin wa thnatani. I hope that is clear. If you have 103, mi'atu talibatin or mi'atu talibin wa thalathatin. Oh, that is what was thalathatun. That is clear. Okay. So, but here he has, the author has brought this. From what I am thinking, he is trying to teach us something. That is why he brought this two other ways of seeing it. So the first one here is, he chose this method. See something. He says mi'atu talibin wa talibun. Okay, and I've said this previously. I've explained it. And then here mi'atu talibin wa talibani. But here mi'atu, here after saying 100, he didn't mention the student. Like here mi'atu talibin, 100 students and 2. Here he said 100 students and 1, 100 students and 2. But here he said 103 students. You see that this and this are different. Here, after the mi'a, he just mentioned the student. Mi'atu talibin, 100 students. Wa talibani, and 2. 100 students and 2. But here he says mi'atun wa thalathatu, 103 tulabin students. So meaning that they are, what he's trying to teach us is that you can either choose one of these methods. You can either mention the student, the thing you are counting, the ma'dud, in the middle, or you can mention it at the end. So you can say mi'atu talibin, that's the thing you are counting is in the middle, wa talibani, or you just mention it at the end. Okay, so you say 103, then you mention the thing you are counting. Or you can say 100, then you mention the thing you are counting, and then you add the other number. Oh, that is clear. Okay, but of course there will be difference. There will be difference. It depends on the thing, what the ma'dud, the thing you are counting, is coming after. Here the thing you are counting is coming after mi'a. The talibin, we are counting students, is coming after the number mi'a. And of course we said mi'a is mudaf ilay. When you are counting 100 something, the thing is going to be mudaf ilay. So that's why you say mi'atu talibin, and we said it's always going to be singular also. Okay, so that's why you say mi'atu talibin. So here it is majrur, and it is singular because it is coming after mi'a. But if it is coming after salasatu here, if you are going to use this method and it is coming after salasatu, then the thing is going to follow the rule. The word you are, the ma'dud, is going to follow the rules of the numbers from 3 to 9 is coming after 3. So we said numbers that come after 3, 1, they are plural, you can remember, and 2, they are opposite in gender. So I say example, salasatu aklamin, 3 pairs. Salasatu, because kalamun is masculine, so the salasatu, the number should be opposite. So that's why I say here salasatu. You see that? And of course, the thing is also plural. Salasatu aklamin. I just say salasatu kalamin. You remember, numbers from 3 to 9. The thing you are counting is plural, and at the same time, it is what? It opposes the number in gender. So that's what happens. If you are mentioning this method, if the thing you are counting is coming after the 3, then it should follow the ruling. And if it is coming after mi'ah, it should follow the rulings of mi'ah. I hope that is clear. Okay. So that is what applies to the other numbers from 101 to 109 is the same thing. Mi'atun wa arba'atu tullabin. Mi'atun wa khamsatu tullabin. Okay. All the way to mi'atun wa tis'atu tullabin. I hope that is clear. Okay. So the method that I said, it was very easier. You could have just said, like here 109, you could have just said mi'atu talibin wa tis'atun. That's all. Mi'atu talibin wa tis'atun. You just mention 100 students and then you mention a 9. Mi'atu talibin wa tis'atun. Okay, and for all the other numbers between 101 to 109. The same thing, if you come to 110, mi'atun wa asharatu tullabin. It's very easy. Okay, mi'atun is just follow this pattern. Look at this pattern, it's still following that pattern. Mi'atun sab'atun samaniyatun tis'atun asharatu. You see here, and then tullabin. It's still the same pattern that is following. Okay, but if I was to use my method that I said it is easier, we will just see mi'atu talibin wa asharatun. Okay, now let's look at multiples of 100, 200, 300, 400. How do you conjugate those ones? How do you conjugate it? Of course, if you are conjugating it, it is very easy, and that is, so let's begin with 200. If you are conjugating 200, you simply, of course, we all know if you are making dual, the musanna of it now, you add alif wa nun to it. Okay, so kitabun, you see what kitabani, right? So the same way here, mi'atun is just 100. If you want to say 200, you say mi'atani. Oh, that is clear, mi'atani. Okay, so you say mi'atani. But let me tell you something. When you have a noun that is dual, like kitabani, okay, kalamani, daftarani, and it is mudaf, if it becomes mudaf, the noon will have to go away. A dual noun, that is a noun with alif wa noon in Arabic language, cannot be a mudaf with the noon still being present. You can remember we said mudaf is always nakira, or is always ma'rifa, rather. It's always what? Ma'rifa. Mudaf is always ma'rifa. So you can see, you know that whenever a noun is mudaf, it cannot take tanween. So you see kitabu Muhammadin. You can say kitabun Muhammadin, and it means Muhammad's book. Okay, mudaf is always ma'rifa, bimana it doesn't take tanween. So you can see, like I just said, you can see kalamun talibin. It doesn't, you say kalamu talibin. Mudaf is always ma'rifa, bimana it doesn't take tanween. The alif wa nun, when the noun is dual with alif wa nun, the nun is equivalent to the tanween. So the same way, if the noun is having alif wa nun, bimana it is a dual noun and it is mudaf, the noon will have to be, removed. So that's why you now see mi'ata talibin, 200 students, because it is mudaf. So if I want to see the 2 books of Muhammad, I will say kitaba Muhammadin. I will say kitabani Muhammadin. Because it is mudaf, the noon cannot be there. The noon is equivalent to the tanween. And we said mudaf, now that is mudaf doesn't take tanween. Hope that is clear. So you see kitaba Muhammadin. Okay, qalama talibin, the 2 pens of the student. You understand? So that is what happens. So in conjugating the 200, you say mi'ata talibin or mi'ata talibatin. Oh, that is clear. Very easy. Okay. Now if you come to 300, let's look at 300, 400, 500. For those ones, they are not dual, so you can just add alif wa nun. So if we can add alif wa nun, what do we do rather? Rather, what do we do? Okay, it is a very interesting way of writing it. And that is, you just mention, you know that, so after 200, the next thing is 300, right? 300, 400, 500, 600. So let me write and you see something. If I see this, okay, 5. Hope you can see. So if I say 500, okay, if I say this, so 500 in Arabic language is like mudaf ilay, 500. I hope that is clear. The 5 is the mudaf and then the 100 is the mudaf ilay. So that's similar thing that is happening. So if I want to say 500, I will say hamsu mi'ati. You see like this, but we write it joined. We don't write hamsu standing alone and then mi'a standing alone. So always they are joined. When it is either 300, 400, 500, you write them and then you join them. Hamsu mi'ati, joined as if it is one word. You understand? So hamsu mi'ati. So it is mudaf ilay. So they are going to be joined always, and the mi'a will be mi'ati, salasu mi'ati, arba'u mi'ati, khamsu mi'ati. You understand? And most importantly, the mi'a will now become the ma'dud. The mi'a will become the ma'dud. You are seeing 300, like 5, like here, 500. 5 is the number, and the 100 is the thing you are counting. That is how it is. So please understand it that way. It's like the 5 is the adad, and then the 100 is the ma'dud. That is how it is perceived. So if you can remember, we said if you are counting numbers from 3 to 9, they oppose in gender. Like I say, salasatu aqlamin. You understand? 3 pence. Salasatu aqlamin. Salasatu, because qalamun is masculine, so they opposes in gender. So salasatu aqlamin, opposite gender. Now, that is why you will always see khamsu, salasu, but not salasatu, khamsatu, sab'atu. They are always masculine. So when you are saying something 100, because the 100, the mi'a, you can see mi'atun is feminine. So of course the number should be masculine. Because as we said, counting from 3 to 9 means that they are going to have opposite gender. So 300. Salasu, not salasatu, because mi'a is always feminine. Mi'a too, you can see the term put is feminine. So the number that you are attaching to it must be masculine. So you never hear salasatu mi'a. It doesn't exist. Always when you something mi'a is always going to be masculine. So just note it from here. So salasu mi'ati, khamsu mi'ati, sab'u mi'ati, tis'u mi'ati. You understand? So it's like the salasu is the number, and then the mi'a is the ma'dud, is the thing we are counting. Oh, that is clear. Okay. There's an exception. You know that from 3 to 9, the thing we are counting must be plural, like salasatu aqlamin. I didn't say salasatu qalamin. I say what? Salasatu aqlamin. The thing we are counting from 3 to 9 must be plural. Oh, that is clear. But here mi'a, it remains like that. It doesn't change. There's no plural for it. It's just like that. When we say salasu, we just use the singular as it. That's how it is. Oh, that is clear. This is an exception. Oh, that is clear. Okay. And then, so that's how it is. This is the number, the adad, and then this is the ma'dud. All that is clear. And they are mudaf ilay. Of course, numbers from 3 to 9, they are mudaf ilay. Number, and then the thing we are counting, the adad and the ma'dud. Then the mi'a will now become the adad for, I'm saying adad. It will now become mudaf for talibin. And then the talibin will be mudaf ilay. Okay. So that is the same thing. The most important thing is understanding here. Salasu mi'ati. The rest, the thing we are counting is we can use it for both masculine and feminine. So that's what I'm saying, is just understanding this part. As for this one and this one, we just need to know that what we knew for mi'a. Okay, mi'a, we said the thing is going to be singular and it is going to be majrur mudaf ilay. So talibin or talibatin. Okay. But understanding here is the most important thing. I hope that is clear. So khamsu mi'ati. So like I said, they are written as if it is one word. Okay, khamsu mi'ati. Not, you don't write the khamsu standing alone. Then you come and write mi'ati. I hope that is clear. Okay. So sabu mi'ati talibin or talibatin. And as I said, it is used for both masculine and feminine. With the masculine and feminine, we use the same thing. Tisru mi'ati talibin or talibatin. أو لا تشكله 400 طالب أو طالبة 600 طالب أو طالبة 8 طالب أو طالبة. Okay, so let's continue here. Now let's look at 1,000. We get 1,000. Assuming we are having 1,000, how do we say it? 1,000 is what we term as alfu. Okay, alfu. So if I have 1,000 students, I'll say alfu talibin, 1,000 students. And it is the same thing, just like the mi'a. Alf is also used for both masculine and feminine. It doesn't distinguish. Okay, it doesn't discriminate. If it is masculine, we say alfu talibin. Still, if it is feminine, we say alfu talibatin. I hope that is clear. So 1, it is used for both masculine and feminine. 2, the thing we are counting, it is mudaf. And then the thing we are counting will be mudaf ilayhi. And then 3, the thing is going to be singular. The thing we are counting, the ma'dud, is going to be singular. Oh, that is clear. So alfu talibin, not to labin. Oh, that is clear. Okay. So similarly, if we want to do multiples of it, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, how do we conjugate it? Very simple, just like the mi'a. If we have 2,000, that is dual, right? Twice of 1,000. So we will just add alif wa noon. So instead of alfu talibin, we say alfani. The alif will now become alfani. But of course, if we are to attach the number, it will now become mudaf ilay. And mudaf doesn't take tanween. And we said the noon is equivalent to the tanween. So the noon will have to be removed. Okay. So it will now become alfa talibin or talibatin. I hope that is clear. Okay. I hope that is clear. Now let's look at the 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, up to 9,000. How do we conjugate it? Very easy. Just like the rules of the mi'a. If we just understood the rules of the mi'a, then that's it. We are good to go. It's the same rule that will repeat itself here. Okay. So, like I said, but here, of course, there will be a small difference. And that is writing. They are not joined together. Like we have the salasu mi'atin, the salasu mi'a, khamsu mi'a. Here they are not joined. Okay, like here. Okay. Let me show you this one. So like here we have okay. So here you can see salasu mi'ati, like here, khamsu mi'ati. For alf, it's not written like that. Okay, we separate them. We separate them. So see here. We have salasatu alafi. Now let me just explain briefly, step by step, so that you understand very well. Now, like conjugation of the plural. See something. You say salasu alafin. The thing is that the plural of alf is alafin. Okay, alaf. That's the plural of alf. The plural is what? Alaf. So, like unlike the mi'a, we said the mi'a is the same thing. The singular is mi'a, the plural is mi'a. There isn't, different plural for each. So we just use it like that. But here, the alf is plural is alaf. So when we are going to use, we use it. Because see, we said counting from, let me write it, you see something. Okay, let me write it like in English. Like we say 3,000. Okay. This, if I see this, if someone sees it, 3,000. See something? The 3 is like the number, and then the 1,000 is like the ma'dud. It's like the thing we are counting. 3, and then this is the thing we are counting, thousands. You understand? So it's the same thing here. Salasatu alaf. 3,000. So you can remember that when we said that when we are counting things from 3 to 9, okay, numbers from 3 to 9, the thing they are going to be one mudof and mudof ilay. So that's why you see alafi with kesra on the fa. You can see. So that's one thing. We also said that they are going to oppose each other in gender. Like I say, salasatu aklamin, 3 pence. Salasatu aklamin. They are going to have opposite gender from 3 to 9. So alf is masculine. So the number is going to be what? Feminine. So all the time observe for alf. Unlike mi'a, the thing is always going to be masculine, like hamsu mi'a, salasu mi'a, arba'u mi'a, you see. But here, alf is masculine. So the number is going to be feminine. Always, da'iman is going to be feminine. So salasatu alafi, arba'atu alafi, hamsatu alafi. So when you just hear someone saying salasu alafi, you just know the person is, there's a mistake, there's a grammatical mistake. You understand? So because alf is masculine to begin with, the number that you are coming to attach to it, to use it to count it, is always going to be feminine. There should be opposition. So salasatu alafi, arba'atu alafi, khamsatu alafi, sittatu alafi. How that is clear. So that is the important thing we need to know. Mudof ilay. Then 2, they should be opposite in gender. And 3, unlike the mi'a, they shouldn't be written together. They shouldn't be written together. And then we also said that 3 to 9, the thing must be plural. Okay, salasatu aklamin, 3 pence. Salasatu aklamin, 3 pence. Aklamin is the plural. We use plural when we are counting from 3 to 9. So alafin, like I said, alf, the plural is alaf. So we say alaf, not alf. Unlike the mi'a. As I said, mi'a, that one, the masculine and the plural and the singular is mi'a, is the same thing. So we just repeat it like that. But here we use alaf and we don't write it together. Okay, so the 2 exceptions that were there, writing it together and then the mi'a being singular is not here. Here the alaf has to be plural, alaf, and then they shouldn't be written together. So salasatu alaf. And it should follow the rules from 3 to 9. And that's how it is. Then you just see this one. Okay, whether masculine or feminine. So the most important thing, as I said, just like the mi'a, is understanding the conjugation. This 2 parts. Arba'atu alaf, khamsatu alaf. How that is clear. Then this one, of course, this will now become mudof to this one. This one will be mudof ilay. Okay, and it will be singular, just like we said. The multiples of hundreds, 100 and its multiples, 1,000 and its multiples. So 100 and its multiples, 100, 2,000, 300, 4,000, 100 and its multiples, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. And the same way, 1,000 and its multiples, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. When we are counting them, we use singular ma'dud. The thing we are counting should be singular. All that is clear, and it is mudof ilay. So talibin or talibatin. So this one is constant. That's how it is. Then just understanding this one is the most important thing. Hope that is clear. So that's the simple rule that applies here. Okay. So now let's look at here. Here we are having 10,000. Okay, 10,000. Asharatu alafi. It's still the same rule that applies here. Oh, that is clear. Okay. then 20,000 ishruna alfa talibin. Now what you need to understand here, unlike here, you can see here, we said it is mudaf ilay, so that's why this one is having kesra. Numbers from 3 to 9, it is mudaf ilay. So the alaf is majrur, it is mudaf ilay. But here, observe something. Ashar, okay, here, observe here, 20,000. Let me write it and you see, like here, this one we are having there. Okay, 20,000. 20,000. So if I have this 20,000, you can remember we said that numbers from 11 to 99, they have a different conjugation. 3 to 9 is different. 3 to 11, right? 3 to 9. Then 10, 11, 12, they have a different way. Then 11 to 99, they also have a different pattern. We have looked at it at the beginning part of this lesson. Okay, so numbers from 3 to 11, I'm saying 3 to 11, sorry. From 11 to 99, you can remember that the thing we are counting is supposed to be singular mufrad. I'm saying singular mufrad and then tamyiz. You can remember mufrad and then tamyiz. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here, observe. Please see something. From 11 to 99, like here, this is 13. Salasata ashara taliban. So the thing we are counting is supposed to be singular mufrad and then tamyiz. Bimana fathatain, talibatan. You can remember. So that's what I mean here. Now that's what we have to apply here. Here is 20. It's not like the 3 to 9. Here we are counting 20,000. So we'll say ishruna alfa. You can remember 20 from numbers to 11 to 99. The thing we are counting is going to be mufrad and then mansub. Bimana fathatain, be fathatain. How that is clear. Then so it will be ishruna alfa. That's why it is not alfi here. I want you to understand. It's mufrad, not alaf. Someone will ask me, why is here arba'atu alafi? It is plural alaf, not alf. It's plural to begin with. Then 2, it is majrur. You get alafi, not alafa. But here, it is singular alf. And then it is mansub. It is having fatha. I'm trying to make it clear why it is so. Because numbers from 11 to 99, they are, the thing we are counting should be mansub and then mufrad. How that is clear? So because we have crossed, so apart from 3,000 to 9,000 onwards, from 13,000 onwards up to 99,000, the thing will be having alafa. It will be alpha. Sorry, it will be alpha, singular mansub, alpha in that other. So ishruna alpha, salasuna alpha, arbauna alpha, khamsuna alpha. And it's not alfan, it's not tanween. The tanween is not there because it is also mudaf to the thing we are counting. So this one is mudaf to this one. Mudaf doesn't take tanween. That's why it is alpha, not alfan. If this thing is not there, as we were just saying ishruna alpha, we could have said ishruna alfan and stop there. But because something is also added, and that thing is mudaf ilay, and this one will now become mudaf, and mudaf doesn't take tanween, so that's why it's alpha. So ishruna alpha talibin. I can simply say ishruna alpha 20,000. That's all. Hope that is clear. Okay. So ishruna alfan, salasuna alpha talibin or talibatin, arbauna alpha talibin, khamsuna alpha talibin, mi'atu alfi talibin. So you have now see here we have crossed 99. I said from 11 to 99. Here is not 99, is 100,000. So we have crossed 99, and it will now come back to mudaf ilayhi. Hope that is clear. Okay. So this lesson, this is very, very easy if you just know the basics. Hope that is clear. But of course, it needs revision. This lesson is kind of packed. Okay, it just needs practice. So just try to write randomly. You can just sit down and write 2,520. Then you try to write it. How do you write it? You just apply the rules and practice. Practice is what will get us being familiarized with it. All that is clear. Now let's continue. Okay. So mi'atu alfi talibin 2000. Mi'ata, I've explained this. Mi'ata alfi talibin 20,000. Salasu mi'ati alfi talibin 30,000. So you see 30,000. If you want to say 30,000, this one's not 30,000. Sorry, it's 300,000. Sorry, here is 100,000 rather. Okay, I made a mistake. 100,000 students. So 100 is mi'a, and then alf, of course, 100,000. Mi'atu alfi talibin. Mi'ata alfi 200,000. 300,000 will now be thalasu mi'ati alfi talibin. Now let's look at this number. This number here, he is trying to teach us how to conjugate it. Okay, this is what? 6,543, right? So let's look at how do we conjugate it. Now, here, in simply, how he did it is, when you see numbers like this, there are different ways of conjugating it, and all will be correct. So it depends on what you choose. So the author, he chose to count it like this, in this direction. Okay, he chose to count it like this. So he will say 3, 4, 5, 6. You count it like that, in this direction. But you can also begin with 6,540, just like in English. In English, we read it this way, right? In English, we read it this way. So that's why I begin by saying 6,543. But the other, he will read it this way: 3, 4, 5, 6 students. All that is clear. So let's see. Let's look at it. Okay. So here you can see he begins with salah. So the first number is 3. You see, but because look at here, we are counting reals. Reals is masculine. We said from 3 to 9, the thing must oppose. So you simply, it should be opposite. So salasatun, not salasun. Reals is masculine. 3 numbers from 3 to 9, they oppose the thing they are counting. You can remember. So salasun, that's 1. Then the next one is 4. It's not necessarily 4. You see, it is 40. This one is just 3. This one is 43. Oh, that is clear. So wa arba'una. Arba'una, we have added a ukud. We said for them they don't have masculine or feminine. Arba'una, khamsuna, tis'una. For them they don't have masculine. So arba'una. So salasatun wa arba'una. Then the next one is 500. Okay, it's not necessarily 5. It's 500. Oh, that is clear. So how do we see it? Hamsu mi'atin. This one is constant. We don't have. It's always going to be hamsu or arba'u. We have said because mi'a is feminine, so the thing must be masculine. I've explained it. So hamsu mi'atin, 500. Then 6,000 was sittatu alafi riyalin. Okay, sittatu alf is masculine, so the thing should be feminine. So sittatu alafi riyalin. Very simple. He goes this way, in this direction. Okay, that's one way. You could choose to go this direction. Okay, so let me repeat again how he said it. I'm going to repeat again. Salasatun. This one, the first number is 3. So salasatun. Then the next number is 40. It's not necessarily 4, it's 40. So wa arba'una. Then this one is 500. 500 is what? Hamsu mi'atin. How does it clear? Hamsu mi'atin. So wa hamsu mi'atin. You just add wa. Then the next one is 6,000, right? And 6,000 is what? Sittatu alaf. So you write wa sittatu alafi. Then you add the thing riyalin. But assuming here rubiyatin is feminine. So here he add this one to show us that if the thing we are counting is feminine. So let's now look at it. The 3 will now be masculine. They should oppose. You can remember 3 to 9, the number is opposed. So here, rubiya, in assuming accounting rubiya is feminine. You can see the term rubuta. Okay, even in the singular, rubi. I mean, this is a singular, of course. So rubiyatin, the plural is rubiyat. Okay, but rubiyatin is the same. So the three should oppose it. So it should now be salasu instead of salasatun here, salasun here. So you see, then all the things will remain. Arba'una, it doesn't have masculine or plural, so it will remain the same thing, arba'una. Then the 500 will be what? Khamsumi'atin. Okay, khamsumi'atin is like that. It doesn't have plural of masculine. Khamsumi'atin. Then the 6,000, the same thing, sittatu alafi. Okay, sittatu alafi would be it. So that's what happens. That's how he conjugates it. I hope that is clear. Okay. So if you were counting it in this direction, 6,543, how will you have said it? Very easy. 6,000 is what? Sittatu alafi. So you see sittatu alafin. Wa 500 is what? Wa khamsumi'atin. Wa 43 is what? Salasatu wa arba'una riyalin. Oh, that is clear. So that is it. So if you are counting in this direction, in this direction, this way, okay, this way, we will just begin with here. 6,000 is what? Sittatu alafi. And then 500 is going to be what? Wa khamsumi'atin. So sittatu alafin wa khamsumi'atin wa salasatu wa arba'una riyalin. Oh, that is clear. Okay. So let's look at here. Ahwalul adad. He's trying to explain something here. The conditions of the adad. Okay, the adad. Yes, what we have learned. He's doing something here very important. The adad is the number or the count. The number or the count. So he's saying that here we are looking at the Arab. Okay. Adadani, the two numbers. Wahidun was nani. 1 and 2. Ala wafkil ma'dud. They are on agreement. Wafk. Okay, agreement with the ma'dud. Bimana, when we are counting 1 and 2, the number and the thing we are counting, they agree. They are in agreement. Bimana in gender. Okay, so I will say baladun wahidun. One city. Baladun wahidun. Masculine. But if I want to see one bag, okay, one bag, I will say hakibatun wahidatun. You see, I will say hakibatun wahidun. They have to agree 1 and 2. Okay, when we're counting 1 and 2, the things they must agree. The ala wafki, they are in agreement. The adad and then the ma'du, they are in agreement in terms of gender. Oh, that is clear. Now the next one is al-adadu min salasatin ila asharatin. The number from 3 to 10. 3 to 10. I hope you can remember. 3 to 10. Ala aksil ma'dud. They are in opposition. Al-aks, when we say aks means opposition. Okay, or opposite. Opposite, they oppose. The thing we are counting, of course, you can remember numbers from 3 to 10. They oppose in terms of gender. So, like I just have been saying, okay, salasatu aklamin, 3 pens. Salasatu, not salasu, because pen is masculine, kalamun is masculine. And then the number should be feminine. So they oppose from 3 to 10. They oppose. Let him account in terms of. Then here, adadani, the two numbers, ahada ashara was na ashara, 11 and 12. Al juzhani, bimana the two parts, bimana the two parts, al ahada and then the ashara. Ala wafkil ma'dud, they are in agreement with the ma'dud. So the ahada and then the ashara, together with the thing we are counting, they must be having the same gender. I said this the last time. Ahada is masculine. Ashara is masculine. Taliban is masculine. But if it is feminine, all should be feminine. If the thing we are counting is feminine, the two numbers should be feminine. Ihda is the feminine form. Asharata is a feminine form. Talibatan is the feminine form. So that's what he's saying. I hope that is clear. Okay. So ahada ashara, when we're counting 11 and 12, all the three words, ahada ashara taliban, the three words should be having the same gender. Okay, then the next thing he's saying is al-a'dadu, the count or the number, min salasata ashara, from 13 ila tis'ata ashara, bimana it should be ila tis. Okay, so ila tis'ata ashara to 19. So from 13 to 19. Al-juz'ul awwal, the first part of the number, ala aksil ma'dud, is in opposition, opposite in terms of gender to the ma'dud, the thing we are counting. So we see, let me show you an example here. This is what he's saying here. Salasata. Then the next two numbers should be the same. Ashara taliban. The first one should be the one which is opposite. The green one, you can see the green one is opposite. And then the two which is underlined in red, they are the same. So that's what he's saying. That's simply what he's saying. Okay. Al-juz'ul awwal, the first part, the first number, ala aksil ma'dud, is in opposition to the thing we are counting. What juz'ul sani, and the second, that's the ashara, ala wafkihi, is in agreement, is agreement. The man, it agrees with it. I hope that is clear. Yes. Now let's look at the last one here. Okay. Ahwalul ma'dud. Okay, the condition of the ma'dud, the thing we are counting. Okay, this was the count, the number. Now let's look at the thing we are counting. Min salatha ila ashar, from 3 to 10. From 3 to 10 students. Jam'un majrurun. From 3 to 10, the thing we are counting should be 1, plural. Salasatu aklamin, not kalamin, aklamin, salasatu aklamin. The thing should be plural from 3 to 10. Then 2, it should be majrur. Salasatu aklamin, it should be majrur. So 1 plural and then 2, it should be majrur from 3 to 10. Then the next thing is min, from 11 to 99. من 11 إلى 99 طالبا. Okay, from 11 to 99 students. The thing we are counting should be mufradun mansub. It should be mufrad, singular, and then mansub. It should be mansub. So see something from 3, from what? From 11 to 99. So see something. This is 11. Ahada ashara taliban. The thing should be, we are counting should be mufrad. That's singular, talib, not to laban. It should be singular and it should be mansub. I hope that is clear. So that's what he's saying here. Min ahada ashara ila tis'ati wa tis'ina taliban. From that, from 11 to 99, the thing we are counting should be mufradun mansubun. I hope that is clear. Okay, now here 100 and then 1000. I've said it, 100 and its multiples, 1000 and its multiples. The thing we are counting is going to be talibin. It is going to be singular in the majrur. Talibin, kalamin, daftarin, kitabin, like that. It's going to be singular and then majrur. I hope that is clear. Okay, so mufradun majrurun. Yes. So alhamdulillah. Of course, as I said, this particular lesson, it needs revision and then practice. Okay, so please let's try to practice until it becomes part of us, right? Inshallah, let's pause here and then we'll continue in the next lesson. Jazakumullahu khairan. If anything is not clear, you can reach out to us through the email. Inshallah, we'll respond to you. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wa barakallahu li wa lakum fi Qur'an al-Hakim. Wa nafani wa iyyakum bil ayati wal zikri al-Hakim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.